Okay, looks like the ads should be doing what they're supposed to. So let's see what happens when the outbreak finishes. Hey, Flavius, how are you? Doing all right. We're doing all right. We're checking on a bug that crashes the robot every time the outbreak finishes, which is not ideal. Hope you're well. Don't know if I like that tea or not. It's got manuka in it, apparently. I don't know if that means manuka honey or just, like manuka bark or something. At work, wishing you home, understandable. Indeed, understandable. I have finished for the day. I have less than 2 weeks to go until my last day at that place, and I can't wait. And hopefully find somewhere better. Just finished talking to Wardrobe about stream together and trying to get that set up for his stream. It was pretty fun. Hey, Prod, how are you? We're sitting here waiting for an ad break so I can test a bug in my overlay, in my robot, rather. It should be coming up soon. I was talking to Germ from... Is it an ad break right now? Oh, no, it's not an ad break right now. I'm just waiting for one to happen so that I can... so I can figure out what's going on with this bot. It's, yeah, I probably will, Flavius. I think we're going to do some shared Portal 2. So that'd be fun, like the co-op version. I haven't played much Portal 2 recently, so I'll probably suck for a little while. I don't get ad breaks. That makes sense. You do your ad breaks at the beginning, though. Yeah, well... the only thing I was doing was following the advice of people that said you should try and avoid pre-rolls, which makes sense because nobody likes pre-rolls. Oh, you're in Korea. Nice. Yeah, but then Germ from Iris John Games said try and do them all at the start and then you'll get an hour of pre-roll free. And 3 minutes is actually about the time it takes to make me a cup of tea. So I'm kind of satisfied with that approach. I don't give a crap about the ads, to be honest. I mean, I think they make so little money for anybody that we may as well just turn them off altogether. But if you do that, then you get pre-rolls. So it's a bit tricky, really. But just do the best we can. I suppose what I could do while I'm waiting is shell into that. And then harmful for the little game. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I assume it's got gain for them, but not for us. So it's incoming. Here we go. This is good. Okay, so the... Hey, Kylizu, I have no idea if you can hear me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're just testing a little ad break handling thing that I have. Basically what it does is it's in a thread, in a Tokyo task, and it starts the scene change, which talks to OBS's, what do you call it, WebSocket thing, plugin. And then it does a sleep, which is off thread, because it uses Tokyo Sleep. And then it's supposed to transition back to main, but instead of doing that, I think in the meantime, it hits this. Not that, not that, not that. This. Which panics. So I'm not handling message close. I don't know why there's a message close, but apparently I'm getting one. So I might need to do something about that. Hang on, let me clear this. Oh no, I can't clear it yet. Just give me like 90 more seconds. Yeah, so definitely not working. That's unfortunate. And once the ad break ends, I think this will die. Yeah, here we go. So it got it backed up all of the messages, but I thought this was non-blocking, this sleep statement, but it isn't. So it blocks, and then everything else is returned, but we end up hitting message close, which is a to-do. Incoming RS 54847. Yeah, it's definitely this. Okay. So this approach is not going to work because we don't want everything to freeze when we use time sleep. Hang on, let me just reconfigure all this bullshit. Maybe like it's non-blocking, but in the same thread as everything else. Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think it's non-blocking, but we're in the same task right now. I was hoping that, and honestly, that was probably a bit naive of me to think that it would just be able to do that. What, in theory, you'd want instead is an ability to just defer something, right? So to defer this scene change. But I think what I need to do instead is respond to the end of the ad break. Rather than run a timer, because this is the naive implementation, which works but it crashes and it causes the tungstenite process to close. So the question is, what is that event? Sorry, flashbang. Do apologize. So Twitch API event sub ad break end, maybe. Oh, why isn't that dark mode? There must be one, surely. Anyway. Add. No. Ads. Get egg schedule. Is there really no ad break end? Event sub subscription types? I see. Ad break begin is what we're responding to. And it comes with a duration, I remember that. But either I need to emit my own event. Yeah. I actually don't know that there's an ad break end event, which kind of makes sense in a way, because they just emit an ad break begin with a duration, which is kind of frustrating. Actually, it doesn't emit a duration. Oh, yes, it does. Duration seconds. Yeah. Well, the other thing to do is, like, I'm already using a real-time database on the back end, so maybe just like having that. Or the other thing to do is to let the overlay handle it. So hang on, let me make sure that that's been restarted. No, it hasn't. So the overlay is the one that pops up the tiny little sign next to the character. Yep. Yeah, that's what it says when it starts up. Just I know that it's sending messages. Yep. The overlay is the one that displays that little sign. Yeah, that's the boot up. it's my hello world basically. The overlay displays a sign next to this little guy, and this little guy is a sprite in the bevy overlay. So in theory, instead of switching OBS scenes like I was doing, I could just let the overlay handle the entire thing, and that way the timer could run in bevy, and I wouldn't have to care about this, because the bevy already responds to the ad break event because we send it where ads. Yeah, we send a broadcast event, ads begin. I don't send a duration, but you know, what the hell? That wouldn't be hard. I've basically got event sub coming into. Actually, I do, but I don't think it's public right now. It's shitty. It's code that was written very quickly. Some of the OIDC stuff's not too bad, but basically, I'm running a local OIDC server that does authentication for me, and then once it gets the right tokens, it starts the robot, which is just straight Rust with a whole bunch of async. And then the robot emits events to Superbase, which is basically Postgres with a real-time DB stamped on top of it. And that gives me a whole bunch of communication options. And I just publish messages to that, and everything else consumes from it, including this bevy overlay. So first of all, let's stop it from crashing by doing this. Yeah, it's probably too fancy to be honest, but I was really curious to find out about the database, so I used it, and I like Postgres. So yeah, we can just start doing that now. We don't need to do scene changes. We just send the event type ads. I don't think we send a duration, but we could if we needed to. So then we can go. Yeah, I totally agree. Half of this was just because I wanted to learn about Twitch API. So I figured out how to do Twitch OIDC, and then a bunch of other things. I played with IRC, but it was really slow and I got annoyed, so I switched to event sub. But this is running on like a little server somewhere in my house because I couldn't be bothered having it run on my streaming machine, so I have to shell into it every time. But if we look at the overlay, which is called an eloquent overlay, and we look for what? Ads? Yeah. Events ads. So this is just straight bevy. And then we've got, broadcast duration seconds. Interesting. I didn't know that. I think that's because I originally used a database to do it. And I no longer do. Like I used to use an actual database table. Now I just send the event. but it still shows the ads sign. So all I would need to do would be change the ads timer with the duration, and I'd automatically have it finish. But instead of using this funky little image, which needs to be reworked anyway, where is it? That's a very good question. Where the hell is it? Stream, EG. There it is. Instead of using, oh my God. It's so hard to see anyway. God damn it. All right. Screw that. I have a shell company called Eloquent Geek Games, EG for short. I have a website somewhere, but I think it's a placeholder. Because I eventually will put something on Steam under a company name, so I just wanted to get it set up. Now, so yeah, it must be sending. So hang on, it must be sending a duration. Let's go back to. The stream has them. Lots of eloquence in this. I know, right? It's semi tongue-in-cheek, at least I hope. Let's look at whether we're at... Oh my God. What? Tree Sitter, you've got a lot to answer for on the Macintosh. This particular server's a Mac Mini. Oh my God. Stop it. Go away. No. Bad. All right. Ads begin. Duration. Where's the duration? Do we have a duration? Ah, no, that's different. Okay, maybe I don't do it anymore. I think the event itself probably has a duration on it. I would say it almost certainly does. What is the payload? I see. We're mapping it into JSON. And what does P have on it? Channel ads break begin payload. All right. Which has duration seconds. Perfect. So it's already there. So I bet if I just watch it happen... Oh, what was that? It was Vim on the Mac Mini breaking because I haven't updated it in a long time. That's what it was. Tree Sitter is a thing that Vim uses to do things like syntax highlighting, among other things. And it can be temperamental sometimes. Okay, so we can get rid of that. It looks like it's kind of already doing what I want it to. It's sending a broadcast event there. But it's also sending this so that my robot can respond to it by sending chat to the channel, which it does. So we'll get rid of the OBS scene because that's not a thing anymore. And instead, we will just display something in the overlay, which at the moment is a tiny little ad sign in pixel art. All right, at least it'll stop crashing, which is the main thing. Oh, no, bad. Yes, good. Yes, correct. Good. All right, so now we should be able to restart and not have it crash, which is what we want. We typically don't want things to crash a lot, generally speaking. All right, so that's the play, is to handle the detection and the back end, and Bevy effectively is the front end in this case. Cool. So in the future, I will change the tiny little ad sign to be something more useful. Okay, sweet. Oh. All right. Crisis averted. There's so much more I need to do with the bot and the overlay stuff, like prevent it from being spammed, for one thing. Ooh, am I following Zully? I don't think I'm following Zully. I'm not following Zully. I probably should be. Nice. Okay. So where are we up to with the old Kiwi bird? Where are we up to? Where are we up to? Are we in a running state currently? Are we running? We do appear to be running. Ooh, that seems quite loud. Oh, can you get the link? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, flashbang again, sorry. Secret, super secret URL. I think that's the latest build. Very secret URL. Okay. And I think we fixed all the pathing, well, at least some of the pathing bugs with the number 8 wire spool. But we'll test him a little bit. We'll see if we can get him to follow us around the screen. Nah, not if we get hit by a sheep first. Come this way. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Yeah, follow me. All right. Get raked. Haha. Okay. Yeah, this one. I need to come up with a way to automate this so that I can test all the levels without, you know, dying all the time. That's level 5. Ooh, that's quite loud. One more spawn. And oh, this one kind of sucks, to be honest. They do fall off a little bit more than they should. But sometimes they're remarkably persistent. Yeah, I was wondering about like reducing the chance that they fall off but still have it happen. Because it's hard to know when you don't have a pyramid map, it's hard to know what the bottom in inverted commas should be. You know, like where should they stop, right? Oh, that's right. We were working on high scores. So I might I know I just spent a whole bunch of time implementing using Bivy UI, but I'm thinking about introducing a thing called, let's quit out of this or it'll be noisy, a thing called Woodpecker UI, which has just been released. No, that's Woodpecker CI. There we go. Because it seems like a really promising candidate, and it has an example that has a text box entry in it, which I'm going to need if I'm going to have high score entry. So I was thinking about experimenting with this because it sounds kind of funky. Chris Biscardi has been playing with it a little bit, and they are a very good little bevy streamer. Much smarter than I am, and it looks quite kind of interesting. So I was thinking about bringing it on in. So we might try installing it. That is its URL. We're going to need cargo and Woodpecker UI. Is it called Woodpecker UI or just Woodpecker? Get equals, yeah. We'll see if that causes any problems. Try a quick build. Oh, it's not Woodpecker. All right, let's try UI then. Okay. Interesting. 0.6.2. The other thing I haven't done is upgrade to Bevy 14.1, which I probably should do. But what is its beef? Raw window handle. Do I actually use that? Or is it a require? Okay, so let's upgrade to 14.1 and see what we need to change. We'll probably need to go to probably need to go to Bevy game template. Whatever it's called. I think it's called Bevy game template. Man. Oh, actually, that's Nicholas I. Bevy game template. Do we have an update for 14.1? Doesn't look like we do. Maybe we don't need to. Let's try and see if this resolves the dependency issue. Or if everything still builds for that matter. Oh, it looks like it might. I don't know what they fixed, to be honest. It was about a week ago. It's not bad tea. I might need to bump some versions. Potentially. It's nothing like waiting for a build. Sword fight time. it's a bit slow. It's a little bit slow because nothing's dynamic anymore because I've upgraded every single package. Damn it. I should have splashed out for that I9. My CPU will be completely pegged right now. Terminal size too small. 98 degrees. Yep. 100 degrees. There we go. As high score is just number of squares you hop on. You also get points for if the coiled up wire thing falls off, if you make them fall off. But that's about it at the moment. Why you not go away? Oh no, I've never started this inside Vim before. Go away. Thank you. All right, so we got some errors. Velo plugin does not have this field. Ooh, we got lots of errors. We got so many errors. What the hell? Okay, let's find out what do we actually need. First of all, do I need to upgrade anything for 14.1 issues? Closed. 14.1? Nope. Okay, tell me if I need some things. Oh, you can run on WASM, but you need some Rust flags. I think I need Bevy mod picking regardless. Do I have that installed still? No, I do not. Bevy mod picking. Okay. So I can farm points on level 5? You probably can. Hadn't thought of that. Except I think you need spinners, right? To make them jump off, and once you've run out of spinners, you're out of luck. At least I think that's the way it works. Be good to know if it's gameable. Allow users to use any bevy camera? No. Scroll bar performance? No. All right, well, first of all, we've added bevy mod picking, so let's try another rebuild just for the hell of it. And we'll also find out, Velo plugin does not have this field. Do I also need to install Velo? This is starting to feel a bit more like a bad idea than I originally thought. No, not that. This. Mod picking and then Woodpecker UI Prelude. I would have thought you could just build the package though without having to do any of that. All right, let's start delving into some of this then. Velo plugin does not have this field, anti-aliasing. Velo plugin has no field named anti-aliasing. No field named uCPU. Canvas render layers. I feel like this is probably just features needing to be enabled. But there's quite a few of them. Seems to me. Like quite a few of them. Are there branches we should be using? Split layout and rendering, no. Well, that's a little confusing. I mean, I assume that I can get the base example running. Let's go to Woodpecker. Run example. Drop down. Yeah, it's pretty happy. Okay. So something about my project it doesn't like. Let's look at its cargo. Bivy mod picking, Bivy velo. Trait query, cosmic text. Taffy. Local. If it has Bivy mod picking, then I probably don't need to install it. Bivy version 14. What is the changelog? Apparently you can. Nice. Hang on. Oh no, that's not good. Awesome. I'll try that when I can actually run my own game again. Oh, hang on. That's funny. I guess I don't stop scoring once I change the color. Oh no, that's terrible. Okay, good to know. Nice bug finding. Thank you. Yep, you could just keep that up pretty much forever. Funny. Okay. So it's using Bivy 14, so that's interesting. What is the Bivy 14.1 changelog? No, that's Bivy 14. I would like that one from last week. Full diff. Blah, blah, blah. Mostly just pull requests. But they seem to be bug fixes. Okay. So I don't see any particular reason why it wouldn't work, but let's first of all get rid of Bivy mod picking. I see it's got patches down there. Maybe you need to install those patches. KiwiBit. Cargo. Let's get rid of mod picking and assume and style builder. And if I've got velo, get rid of that too, but I don't. Leafwing input manager I need. Cura audio I need. ECS tile map obviously. Common assets. If I get rid of woodpecker, can I build and run with 14.1? That's the first question. Let's try not to do two things at once. Seems to me. That is what it seems to me. Because if we don't quite have to use woodpecker yet, that's fine with me. I just wanted to play around with it. Okay, a few little warnings, nothing to write home about. Man, it's a slow build. All right, I got there though. So we do that, and we expose our bug again. Okay, but as soon as we enable this, I'm assuming things die again. We'll just prove that, just to rule it out. Unless it just needed a good cache clear. Nah. All right. We won't attempt to figure all that out on stream. Instead, we will. Oh yeah, we can get rid of Quell too. We will try and figure out what the bevy approach to having a high score text entry field. But first, we'll fix the bug. So that's in player. I'm pretty sure it's in post move. Come on, Rust Analyzer, catch up. Just catch up, would you? Just stir all those stumps. Stir. There we go. Okay, well done. It took a while, but we got there. So, yeah. So we do this, which changes the tile color. But yeah, we just increment the score. So first of all, how are we going to know? We need to query the current texture index of the tile to find out which one it is, and if we've changed it, yeah. Actually, putting it in here should solve the problem, because we get scored until we can't score no more, basically. So let's try that. Until we can't score no more. Okay, down, down. Yeah, nice. Easy fix. The only thing I want to see is whether it works on one where you have to change the color more than once. I'm pretty sure it will, but let's just check that. Oh, or we could fall to our death, you know, either or. Okay. I've decided that if I get to 300 followers, I'm going to try and implement a 3D game, which will be very different for me. But by that stage, I'll probably be done with the first iteration of KiwiBit anyway. Ah, oh, damn it. How did it know that I was going to spawn there? Yeah, 3D is, that'd be a step off a cliff for me, but we'll figure it out somehow. I might actually have to use Blender for the first time in my life. Okay, where's one with two colors? Here we go. Okay, so this should score once to go to 430, and then 435, 440, 445, and then it should stop. Yeah, perfect. All right, nice. Okay. Don't score unless we changed the tile. Beautiful. Can't have people gaming up the score. That's just not fair. Okay, so what about this text entry stuff? So bevy, sheet, book, UI. Oh no, the UI section doesn't work in there. We might have to go to docs.rs. Bevy, text entry. Actually, there'll be an example. What am I saying? Let's get out of there. Let's go to bevy. Let's get pull. Oh no, this is on a branch. That's not going to be helpful. Get pull. Oh no, and that's going to pull from my fork instead of the upstream. Get fetch upstream. Or actually I could have just, yeah. Get pull upstream main. There we go. Now, examples. UI, text, entry, no. Wrap, debug. What about just text? Color, update, default font, text bundle. Let's try just running that one. Example. I love Rust's example system. It works so well. Ah, come on. Goddamn Rust Analyzer. It's so useful, but it's got a lot to answer for. Get rid of it. All right. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Ba-doo. Builds do seem to be taking longer today. I'm on the branch, so I must be doing... This will be 15, which isn't out for a while now. Okay, so that does not have text entry. but it is text. Okay, so how am I going to find this? Excuse me. Text box? No. Text entry? Enter? No. Text, or even just examples, text, UI text, text 2D, texture, text debug, text wrap, text input. Ah, this could be it. Okay. Text bundle, text section. This is all UI. Text section. Let's run this example. Input, text input. Ba-doo. Click to toggle IME. Press return to start a new line. What is IME? I don't think this is doing what I think it should be doing. Huh. Text input. It's a keyboard thing? Oh, is that like oh, what's that thing where you can one key doesn't block the other key kind of thing? Oh no, it's just something different, I guess. We can't type into okay, so you have to like do like chorded stuff almost. Oh, input method editor support. Interesting. Okay, so why didn't it work? Is this the question? One for Chinese and Japanese. I gotcha. Yeah. Hey, baby. How you doing? Okay. So, what should have happened? Press return to what? Toggle IME. Listen IME events, bubbling text. Listen keyboard input events. Oh, I think this might be not text. Wait, what? Space, backspace, and character. Maybe that wasn't what I expected to happen that actually happened. Hello. Oh, I see. Right, I just had to start typing. Hello. I am input. Ah, cool. This shall suffice. Okay. All right, we can use this. We can use this. This is good. This is very, very good. This is good. So for event and events read, if event state is pressed, continue. This is event reader keyboard input, but I could probably also use left wing input manager to do something similar, I imagine. Command spawn text 2D bundle, text from section old value, bubble. Okay. So really all they're doing is adding text that doesn't have that bubble component attached to it. And if there is a bubble component, it just floats it up to the top of the screen. All right. That's a really low-tech way of doing it, but I completely get it. I wonder if Leapwing Input Manager also has something similar. Let's find out. Because since we've already got it, it would make sense to use it. Examples. Input processing. Press duration. Clash handling. Access like user inputs. No, this is more for controller stuff. Okay. So let's go back to this example and think about how we could make it apply. Let's say we're in a substate of the high score page that has, I don't know, a blinking cursor of some sort, which we would have to draw. Only trigger changes when the key is first pressed. And we're reading events from event reader keyboard input. If event state is pressed, continue. If not, event state is pressed, continue. Match event logical key, key enter, which would submit to the high score board. Continue if it's empty. Mem take is a new one. I don't know anything about that. Replace destination with a default value of t, returning the previous destination value. Huh. Well, well. Allows taking ownership of a struct field by replacing it with an empty value. Without take, you can run into issues. Huh. Okay. New to me. New to me. Text 2D bundle and bubble. So that's the old value. But then space just pushes the space. I wonder why you need to do that. I guess space doesn't pass the character. That makes sense. And then backspace and then enter. Okay, so we can use something very similar to this. Is this running on update or what is this doing? Listen keyboard input events. Yeah. Okay. All right. We can do this. We can do this. We don't have a ready-made input box, but that's fine. We'll just do it anyway. Because we are programmer. Okay. So let's go to high score and we're probably going to need either a substate or a separate state for entering the high score. I feel like substate would kind of make sense. But I need to know how to do that because I haven't done that yet. Bevy substate. Substate is a state that exists only when the source state meets certain conditions. But unlike computed states, while they exist, they can be manually modified. Derive substates. The source state is app state in game, and then you could have setup, battle, or conclusion. Okay, yep. Game phase. So we could have like input state enabled, disabled. So let's experiment with that. Input state. And the source state is, wait, I see, game state equals game state high score. That's actually really cool. I like that a lot. Disabled, enabled. And then you could do on enter or on exit state enabled, and that would let you submit kind of thing. Yeah, nice. That's really, really cool. So we could do add systems, update, handle keyboard input, run if in state, high score input state enabled. And then this becomes fn handle input state mute commands. Oh, we're going to have ads in about a minute, which will let me test my little thing again. Mute events, event reader, keyboard input, and the edit text is a component. I guess that's fine. So we could go mute initials, query, and mute text with initials. And then we're going to need some initials. Where are we? Totally lost. 27. Derive component initials pub struct initials. Okay. That makes a certain kind of sense to me. I think I can get with that. Okay. 43. For event in events read. Aha, so the ads run. 50 more seconds and I'll know if this works. Looks like it does though. Do. Perfect. All right. Sweet. Thanks for your indulgence. I like testing these things under semi-real world nonsensical conditions. Okay. For events, yes. If not, event state is pressed. Continue. And we're matching and event logical key, okay? I could just copy paste this, but sometimes I find typing it kind of makes me read it a little bit more carefully. So the first thing we're going to do is handle submission. So what we need to do is let mute text equals if text section's value is empty. Why would that? Sure, you would have to go. Okay, text. How are they able to access that without checking to see if the query's okay? Huh. I have never seen that before. Are you telling me I don't have to do that? Edit text, initials rather. Single mute. That is going to be a mute text. Well, what do you know? I thought, wow. Is that because I didn't use get single mute? Oh, no way. So what happens? Does it just panic if it doesn't work? Yeah, it panics. That's why we don't use it. Huh. Okay. Yes. Let's do things the slightly safer way, shall we? Let okay mute text equals initials get single mute else return. Now, what is the problem here? Non-exhaustive patterns. Yes, I know. I know. All right. Hey, Ace. How are you? Welcome. We're doing rusty stuff. Trying to enter people's initials for high scores. Oh, thanks for the follow, Zelly. Appreciate it. Okay, so yes, get single mute. Yes, correct. Let old value. I don't think I need old value. Actually, this doesn't need to be mutable either, because their version is they're changing it to do a new one, but we don't need that. We just need initials get single. So this doesn't need to be mutable. Oh, well, this does need to be mutable when we enter it, but not when we're just reading it. So the old value is mem take mute text sections value. That's really interesting to me. We will keep this if text sections O value is empty. Continue, because it could be empty. There's a very real possibility. Mem take mute text sections value. Interesting. I don't need it to do that. But maybe it's doing it because I don't have to clone it. That's interesting. Where do we store these high scores again? It's in a resource, right? Yeah, it's in res high scores. And where do we enter that? I want to say it's on game end. Save high score. Here we go. Yeah, so we do high scores, push, initials, and the actual score. So we're going to need stats, and we're going to need high scores. Res stats. That has our score in it. And we're going to need high scores. HI. Mute high scores, res mute high scores. Beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. I love it. Now, what else do we need? We need to get the initials and put them into the high scores vec. So I want to go high scores, scores, push, somewhere. Push score, right. What? What happened to my other buffer? I'm losing the plot. I am losing the plot. There we go. So we don't want that. We want to actually use the letters that we have. So we'll go text sections O value and see how badly that screws us up. Consider cloning. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I think I see where they use memtake, but I'm not familiar enough with that to use it easily. So We'll figure that out later. I need to start keeping a list of things I need to look up. Okay, so score is stat score. Yeah, so that's perfect. And then we would need to despawn. So we need the entity for the initials, which is up here. Like so. Commands entity E. Oh, and that means that query needs to change. We don't need it to be mutable. What is your problem? Match arms have incompatible types. Entity E, despawn, recursive. Yeah. Nice. All right, so the next case we need to handle is actually displaying it so that we can see it. So, yes. So we copy things because we like to copy things. In fact, this I can just straight copy paste, I think. Now that I'm roughly familiar with what's going on. Okay. And we'll replace edit text with initials. No field sections on, yeah, okay. So, interesting. This is a real shortcut thing. I think what we'll do is we'll move the query out of here and we'll do it the slightly more expensive way. So then we'll go text like that. And that. And that. Cannot borrow text sections if mutable. Nope, same issue. Wait, yeah, that was a rookie move. What am I missing? Oh yeah. Duh. Still got a problem. Really? Oh yeah. Okay, that's better. Now we actually have to display it. So all of this is fine. And the other thing we would do is deactivate the substate that we're in, which is, yeah. So we need next Mooch next substate. Res mooch next state. Oh, Puya, what are you doing? You'll scare them all off. They'll have to look at Bevy. They won't know where they are or what their name is. It's really nice of you. Thank you for the raid. Booyah raid or something. Yeah, exactly. Hey Finn, how you doing? If you're not, I mean, you probably already are following, but I'm good. How are you, Booyah? How was your stream? Most importantly, how many days are there left? Isn't it? Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Computer Games. That sounds like someone I should follow back. They have a games after their name. How many days to go? 2 days. Oh my goodness. Are you hey Indie Devcast? Are you feeling prepared? Are you feeling, is it stressful? Are you sleeping? Steam page isn't even approved yet. Let's go. Oh, it's going to be fine. It's totally going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. That's ridiculous. You're good, not stressed. I'm glad. I mean, it's been a long time coming, right? Like it's not like this has just happened kind of thing. But I'm so stoked for you, man. It's really awesome. Okay, the large majority of you will probably just be terrified by what you're looking at right now. But my name's Basie. I do Rust in Bevy game development, or at least I'm trying to learn it. I also do like various Vim stuff and other bits and pieces. My current game is a clone of a 1982 arcade game called Qbert, which we have whimsically titled KiwiBert. And it's a little kiwi hopping around the screen with sheep. And it is playable, if rather programmer artery. Where's the sheep? We need a sheep. There's a sheep. There we go. Any game involving New Zealanders has to have sheep in it. Hey, Wardstone, how you doing? So yeah, it's all fun and games until someone gets hit by a sheep, and then, you know, bad things result. Ah, bugger. So yeah, this has been really fun. It's been an interesting way to learn some basic mechanics, teach myself some things about Bevy game dev and about game dev in general. Right now we're doing high scores. How do you do text import for a high score? I mean, it's just, these are things that that I've never learned. So it's good. If anybody desperately wants to play around with it, you can visit this super secret URL. It's very secret. Oh, thanks for the follow, Indie Devcast. Very, very secret. But yes, you can. Look, we have a rudimentary high score table. This is what I'm working on right now. Yeah, so that's that. And we do have a Discord. But yeah, I'm sure you're probably exhausted at this point, so please don't feel that you need to hang around if you you have sustenance and or hydration to get on board. Let's see who's left. You do need to run a few, totally. Who's left streaming apart from you and I? Snenko. I wasn't able to shout out Clayman because I already did. There you go. You could follow those people too if you wanted to. Okay, so what we're doing here. Bevy is an ECS-based game system, which means that there's an entity component system. It's kind of like a big in-memory database that you query to get all the bits and pieces out that you need for your game. And at the moment, we're playing with substates, which were just released in Bevy 0.14, which is like your game state could be playing, and then you could have a substate that says paused and a substate that says, I don't know, game over or something like that. And you can just switch between them really easily, which is kind of cool. So next state is going to be high score input state. And then, oh, what's your problem? Variable does not need to be mutable. So you say, but I bet you'll change your tune later. In fact, let's leave it there and let's go. Next substate, set high score input state, disabled. So once we hit return, we should turn the input off and despawn everything. Okay. So now how do we actually get it on the screen is my question to you. I want to say that we should be displaying it in a system of some kind. So how do I do that easily? Fn display initials input, the old classic 3 initials for your arcade game where you've put your 20 cents in or whatever it costs. It used to be 20 cents, probably isn't anymore. It's probably like $5 or something ridiculous. And you have to enter 3 letters to summarize how awesome you are. Commands, yeah, sure. And then we'll need a query for our initials text. Initials, query. Oh, thanks so much for the follow. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this, but I'm gonna try. Rafainaklop. Yeah, I tried. Please educate me, and I will try to do better. Query text with initials. So we've got this little marker component initials that lets us figure out where the text is, so that we don't confuse it with any other text. Hello, good enough, thanks. Okay. How about I just call you Rafa? How's that? You can be like a tennis star. If I get to 300 followers, by the way, I've undertaken to try and make a 3D game, which will be hilarious and probably fail miserably, but that's our 300 follower goal. So we've got a ways to go, but I'm hoping to get this one finished first. No, actually, no, too fast. Stop. Thank you very much, though. No. Listen, thank you, but no. I need time. It's badness. It's all bad. Okay, so let's get the text. If only I could refollow. Yeah, you'd love to see me stumble around in the 3D darkness because you're all about the 3D. Finn is an amazing 3D developer if you're not already following them. Now, what am I doing? Oh yeah, okay, text equals. That's not fair. That's your robot. That's not even a real person. That's cheating. Initials get single. I'm not ready for 3D. I've barely gotten a handle on sprites. Else return. You're totally a person. Yeah. I know all the tricks. That doesn't need to be mutable. I know all of the sneaky tricks. Okay, initials get single else return. So we get the text that stores the initials and then we display it. So now hang on, do I need... Oh, shoot. This isn't right. We need to go and look at their example again. I've missed a step somewhere here. That's our event listener. Where's the thing that actually spawns the stuff? Toggle IME. I see. So they spawn it even before it basically has text context. They spawn it before it's got letters in it, basically. I have emotes and everything? Yeah, yeah. A likely story. I wonder if my robot is subscribed to my channel. I probably did that way back at the start. In fact, I don't know, do you have to be, not subscribed, followed, do you have to be a follower in order to be a mod? I can't even remember. Okay. So, all right, so they spawn it during the setup. So that's fine. We can do that. We just need to... we'll turn this into an init function because we like saying init in front of Finn and other Brits or people of British origin, even if they've become naturalized New Zealanders. Because we like saying init. It's an init function. Oh my god, this file is getting too huge. It's getting too huge. Does anybody else identify with huge files that are really not supposed to be that huge? What is your beef here? Cannot find handle keyboard input. What did I call it? I called it handle input state, which is just wrong. Cannot find derived macro initials. Yeah, you're right about that. That's because it's a typo. Okay, so we want one for add systems. Oh, we can't use init because we've already got one. Oh no. On enter game state. No, not game state. High score input state. Enabled. So in other words, whenever the little box to input your initials pops up, we need to run this system. But we only want to run it once, basically. So init input. That'll do. Init input. Init. I like saying init. And then we'll go down here and we'll change this init, which is wrong, into init input. And then we'll be a lot better off. And we won't do that. We will do this. Commands spawn text bundle. And it'll probably be from sections empty string or something like that. But let's get the exact deal to go. Yeah, they've done text section value to string. Yeah, this thing. Now, text 2D bundle they've used rather than... That's interesting to me. Why have they done that rather than use text bundle? Have they done that because I thought text 2D bundle was the one where it's not part of the UI. But it's font size 100, so that's the giant one. We're looking at an example. If I go back to the bevy directory and run cargo run example text input. So this is bevy's own example system, and basically we're trying to emulate this kind of thing. It does some animation with it once you hit return, but it doesn't really matter. So we basically just want this, and then when you hit enter, it goes away again. I'm slightly confused by their choice of text 2D bundle though. I don't also see a marker component, which is confusing to me. Oh, right. They just look for an absence of stuff. Okay, cool. So I wonder what that one's for. Okay, let's concentrate on this. We'll see if it works without using text 2D bundle. See if it works just using text bundle. Text from section to string, text style. We won't be using that font. We will be using a font from our assets. Font assets, res font assets. Beautiful. And it's called font assets pixelify sans medium clone. Give us a clone. I don't know about 100, but we'll give it a go. And who only knows where it'll be? I have no idea. As long as it's on the screen, I'll be basically happy. That is incorrect. That needs to get bigger. And we need a marker component, so we add initials. It's kind of like tagging it or giving it an ID, I guess. What is your problem here? Oh, asset server here. We don't need that. We don't need no stinking asset server. We go where we want. Okay, so we run this once when we spawn in. And we have an empty string, so it's not visible. But it's tagged so that we can update its value later down here. Yeah, I basically have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm willing to roll with it. So let's go to where we have game over, basically. It's in player. I want to say it's in player. I'm in the wrong. Kiwibert. Player. Next. Game state. I like that I have a function named go bye bye, but I feel like I'm probably biting myself in the ass for next time when I forget what it's for. I mean, go bye bye is it's pretty blatant. You know what's going on. Game state over. So we use game state over, all right. Thud indeed. Thud indeed. Something's going bye-bye. Probably, you know. Probably brain, I would say. On enter game state over, save high score. There we go. The thing is, we don't want to do that anymore. So why don't we to do this is ridiculous, but just to get it working. We could set game start high score, but can we set a substate from this? Next state, high score input state. And then high score input state. Enabled. Wait, no. Bad. No. There we go. High score input state enabled. Okay, this is bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's fine. Actually, it doesn't need to be there at all. So it's silly to have a state which purely just redirects you to another state, but we'll fix that later. We'll fix it in post. We will fix it in post. So first of all, will this crash? And what will it do? I always like to know if my program's going to crash. I feel like that's important information. Just fall off a few times. Yeah, we're going to crash. Okay, what do we got? A panic in save high score. Got to run. Have a good one. Hey, thank you so much, Booyah. And I'll try and catch up with the stream before the demo gets released. Can't wait. Bevy state transitions run into KiwiBert game state. So what is the problem? I'm guessing I can't. I'm guessing I can't just transition to a substate without going to the main state. I think that's what's going on. So let's try. Game state. And this one will be game state high score. And then we'll make the default state of game state high score we'll make the default state enabled so that when it enters the I'm hoping when it enters the state, that substate will be the main one. Within your luck. Let's give it a crack. I'm still learning about the substate business. And we die. And we die. I've killed so many Kiwis. Don't take that out of context. Okay, we're in high scores. I'm typing. Nothing's happening, but we're in high scores. That was interesting. Okay. Let's add some debug so that we know whether we're typing something. Info. Character. Kill Kiwis. I know. Hey, this guy in Z. How you doing? Not yet specified. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. How is the game with your boy going, this guy in Z? Oh, you're not sick again? You haven't got COVID again, have you? Game's good. He's doing heaps of art. Very cool. Last time I remember being there, he actually it looked like he was getting commissioned to do something, which I thought was pretty cool. Not COVID, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay, let's see. Do we get any kind of logging? Got COVID leave. Ah, right. No, we're definitely not running that function. Okay, good. So we're not in that state. I think it's safe to say, because otherwise handle keyboard input would be running. Run if in state, high score input state enabled. So, do I have to implicitly set it? You know what? There's bound to be a bivvy example for this, right? State. Oh, it probably will be an ECS actually. State. No state. No. Boop-a-doo. Examples. States. State. Here we go. Substates. All right. What are we talking about here? So they give you COVID leave, but just not sick leave. That's harsh. Or maybe you run out of sick leave. I don't know. These things happen. Okay. App state, default, menu, in-game. Substates. App state. Yep. Cool. Init state, add substate. Oh, do I have to add it? That's probably what's going on. Okay, add substate. Yeah, cool. Sick leave ran out. Yeah, but they still do discretionary COVID leave. Yeah, I totally get that. I ran out of sick leave earlier in the year too because I had some arthritis flare-ups, which were rather debilitating. So yeah, I know this well. Okay, so add sub state. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with onions. Yeah, so it's called high score input state. Right. That could be what we need. I wonder if that's why it crashed. Maybe we can transition directly to a substate. Why not tweak your own PCR test, then make it work, increase the cycles that can be done? Yeah, can you like just tiny bit of ink on there in a line, 2 lines instead of 1? Yeah, maybe that's not such a great idea. High school playing, swear timer. What am I looking for? I'm looking for game state over. Whoop, no, bad. Over. Game state over. This one. Next game state set. Let's try this one more time to see if it crashes now. High score input state. Because that would be quite convenient to be able to transition straight to that state. How many times can I say state before I just... That's all I say. Wardstone has a redeem for this kind of thing. Shout out Wardstone Studio. Wait, why is that not working? Wardstone. Am I misspelling? What's going on? There we go. All right. Wait, did that just crash? Or did I just not? I haven't done it yet. Okay. Run. Oh, yeah. Badness. Very, very badness. Oh, right. Enabled. Boop-a-doo. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Building. Okay. We're not crashing. This is good. We die 3 times. And do we have keyboard input? We do not. But also we're not transitioning. Okay. No, badness. No, bad. All right. Let's go back to doing it this way. And we should still have some luck. Let's try it. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Actually, yeah, because the state wouldn't have been created until We actually reached high scores. Nah, I don't know what I'm talking about. So many states. Hey, it works. I can type. All right. Okay, now we're talking. And of course, the 5-second timer takes us back to the main screen, but it doesn't matter. All right. Okay. Now we're talking. So, the basics of text editing. This is painful. Okay, we can do it. It's fine. We can do it. We can do it. It's fine. Don't even worry about a damn thing. It's fine. Why? Bad? No. High score. Yes. Okay. Init input 28. Yes, indeed. Yes. So, this is not connected to the text bundles up here. So we're going to have to position it right in the middle, right? So is it going to interact with the other text bundles that I'm already creating? And if so, how do I fix that? I wonder if you can do like a text bundle over another text bundle. Like, is there Z-axis with Bevy UI? Ooh, these things we wonder. We wonder about these things a lot. We do. Okay. You know what? Let's look at the start here. Oh my God, there's so much UI. There's so much UI. This is Bevy UI's basics, but there's about 7 different libraries that are all kind of competing for various different ideas and how Bevy UI should develop. It's really confusing, but I think eventually we're going to get like a nice unified solution, and then they'll be able to build the editor finally. And then I'll probably start coding in assembler instead. I'm not good at point and click. I'm just not good at it. I have to learn. Okay, node bundle. Yes. So this is the root UI node. Why don't we instead save high score? Nope. Run high scores timer. Nope. Populate. Nope. Init input. Here. Okay. Why don't we do this? Node bundle. This is not going to be the root UI node. We're going to use initials. And then we can take initials out of here, I hope. And we can take that away and that away. No, we can keep those and we'll use a with children. And the parent, and then p spawn text bundle. There we go. Now we're talking. So this is the text bundle. So finish that and put that there. And then we're sort of part way there. And then we're most of the way there. And then what does that match? That is incorrect. And now we're all the way there. Okay, cool. We like getting rid of errors. So now, how is this going to display? Is that going to put everything right in the middle? Because I kind of want that. What's the time, by the way? 9:30. Okay. So yeah, let's try running that again. And we might take the 5. Hey, later, this guy NZ, thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. Say hi to your son for me. Yeah, so what are we going to do? We're going to take the 5-second timer away because at the moment it goes back to the main screen after 5 seconds, and that's not going to work terribly well for us. So let's make it like 20 or something. Where's my timer? Doop-doo. There it is. Hey, I even made a constant for it. Am I some kind of actual programmer or something? What the hell? What the actual? Doop-doo-ba-doo. When you compile, eventually... Hey, there we go. All right. And we die. And we score 5 points. And then we die. Well, let's not call it a death. Let's just say they're falling. They're going somewhere. Okay, A, B, C. Oh no, it's not working. A, B, C. Badness. Badness. Damn. It's not running. Why is it not running? Why? What did I do that broke it? I had to go and break it. I couldn't leave well enough alone. I had to break it. Could it be that initials needs to be in this child? Or am I just not thinking about this correctly? Feels like that's not enough to cause a problem. Let's try again. Maybe that was just it. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Oh yeah, that was it. Okay. So if I hit enter, it goes away. Perfect. All right, so now, interestingly, it didn't update the list of high scores because I guess the high scores are drawn already. So it's actually not possible to redraw them. So we need to make this able to redraw. We need to trigger it to redraw. We need to redraw it on command. Because right now they just draw it once at the start of everything. So how do we do that? How do we do? We could use an event. Yeah. What about enabled, disabled, save? And then we could transition from disabled to save, or from enabled to save, or saving. I don't know. Is it better to have present? Yeah, I don't know. And then add systems, on enter, high score input state, save, update high score, update table, I guess, update high score table. So a lot of the UI work that's being done at the moment is around having more reactive UI so that when underlying data changes, you just change the UI automatically, which is pretty cool, but we're not there yet entirely. That is incorrect. What's going on here? Oh, okay. FN update high score table. Actually, no, we want the thing we already have to rerun. What is it called? It's called populate. Of course it is. Because why wouldn't we pick an obvious name? Naming things is hard. Ba-doo, ba-doo. Yeah. It doesn't run disabled. So after in populate, we can't run it. We can't change the state in populate because it'll immediately turn off. So we need an awareness of what the current state is and what the next state should be. So let's go with current input state is a res state high score input state, and next input state is a res mute next state high score input state. Little bit fiddly, but it should give us good control. So down at the bottom of all this, if current input state do we have to use matches? I can't remember. Can't remember if you can use. We're going to have some ads roll through in a bit. We're trialing 3-minute ad blocks, and the reason for that is something actually Irish John said, which is that you can turn pre-rolls off for an hour by doing that, and it's good cup of tea making time. So feel free to do that. They're the only reason I run the ads at all is for the pre-rolls, to get rid of them. Current input state equals high score input state save, then next input state set high score input state disabled. What is your beef? Oh, right. 46. That is a mutable. Yeah, this has to be matches. Like so. No. Bad. No. Bad. What is your problem? Oh, there's a reason for this. What is the reason? There's a reason. I forget what it is. Huh. What is the reason? Current input state, res state. Where am I using matches? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. You have to have a think about that. Adds a good thinking time. Does it have to be substate? No. Yeah, that doesn't work. But why? Oh, wait. Is it like current? No? Where is the states example? Here. Why can't I query it? I mean, it's not querying, it's just, oh, here we go. Res state is paused. if it's get, current state get, that's what it is. Hadn't thought of that. Okay, now we're talking. So you don't have to use matches. That's interesting. Okay. So it'll redraw the screen, and if the current state is save, it'll disable the input box. Well, it just won't save anymore, basically. Okay, let's try that. Nice, it works. Okay, beautiful. Now it should transition back after about 20 seconds because I increased the timer. I assume I can't type right now, which is good. Yep, okay. And if I play another one and set a new high score, then I should be able to... Interesting. So, okay, that's a redraw problem. It hasn't removed the contents of the high score. So this is correct, but the top rung is not. Never mind, that's good progress. I'm happy with that. We will go use substates to manage high score input. Beautiful. Yeah, so let's... I won't start a build on that one because I'm not quite ready for the high score to be used, but that's okay. And the end goal, of course, is to get it reporting high scores to the Twitch channel, which would be cool. I'll enjoy that. Right, so let's find someone to raid out because I need to hit the sack. Well, it's been very nice having you all hang out. I really appreciate that. But let's go find... have we got anybody on the teams left? Who have we got? We've got Clayman and Dan. And then on green, we've got just me. Oh, okay. Well, let's go find... let's see. Who else is floating around? Is Mr. Biggs floating around? Oh, he is. Oh, but so is Max. Let's go and raid Max. We haven't raided Max for a while. That should be fun. Thank you for hanging out, Prod. I really appreciate it. We're going to go say hi to me Megatron, who is awesome and does lots of devy things. And we will see you next time. Take it easy. Don't work too hard. Have a good day.